While we're seeing signs of recovery, we should be clear-eyed about the hole we're digging out of. The country is still down nearly 10 million jobs from its pre-pandemic peak. 1 in 10 homeowners with a mortgage are behind on their payments, and almost 1 in 5 renters are behind on their rent. There are 22 million people who say they don't have enough food to eat. 1 in 10 adults are hungry in America. I looked at data like these and I worried that the COVID economy was going to keep hurting millions of people now and haunt them long after the health emergency was over. We know that when the foundations of someone's life fall apart, when they lose the roof over their head, or the ability to eat dinner every night, the pain can weigh on them for years. Their earnings potential is permanently lowered, and I worried about this happening on a mass scale. That's why I advocated very hard for the American Rescue Plan, and why it's my first and my most enthusiastic message today. Thank you. With the passage of the rescue plan, I'm confident that people will reach the other side of this pandemic with the foundations of their lives intact. And I believe they'll be met there by a growing economy. In fact, I think we may see a return to full employment next year.
Today, the situation is much improved. While the economic fallout has been real and widespread, the worst was avoided by swift and vigorous action from Congress and the Federal Reserve, from across government and cities and towns, and from individuals, communities, and the private sector. Indicators of economic activity and employment have turned up recently. Household spending on goods has risen notably so far this year, although spending on services remains low, especially in sectors that typically require in-person gatherings. The housing sector has more than fully recovered from the downturn, while business investment and manufacturing production have also picked up. As with overall economic activity, conditions in the labor market have recently improved. Employment rose by 379,000 in February as the leisure and hospitality sector recouped about 2/3 of the jobs it lost in December and January. The recovery has progressed more quickly than generally expected and looks to be strengthening. This is due in significant part to the unprecedented fiscal and monetary policy actions I mentioned, which provided essential support to households, businesses, and communities. However, the sectors of the economy most adversely affected by the resurgence of the virus and by greater social distancing remain weak, and the unemployment rate, still elevated at 6.2%, underestimates the shortfall, particularly as labor market participation remains notably below pre-pandemic levels.